Hey, what's up everybody? This is Mark and I'm back again to introduce you to another brand new design we have. Of course, in this case, like a lot of things we're doing right now, it's another box. This is fantastic. Now, we couldn't come up with a creative name for it, so we're just calling it by the dimensions. It's a 9 by 12 by 2 inch box. And this is great for things like documents, for pieces of paper. 8.5 by 11 fits in here really nicely, so you can put a lot of documents here, other loose items, whatever you want. If you wanted to add a divider in there, you could do that as well. All kinds of great things that could happen with this box. Now, you can also use whatever kinds of material you want. It's made for 1/8 inch material. Either 0.12, 0.125 is ideal. If it's thicker, your material is thicker than that, it's probably not going to do really well, so make sure it's 125 or so. And I used true flat materials, so in this case I've got maple here and black on the inside, so it looks really nice and classy, but you could use whatever you wanted to. So many different ways to customize this. You could engrave something on the top. You could cut things out on the top, the sides. You could engrave a message inside the lid, a message in the bottom. Lots of great ways to make this look really cool. But we also, in the file, included this floral option because I thought this was really pretty. Look at that. This is true flat linen, and then there's black on the back, on the inside there. And this just has so much character, so much personality. We use black just to keep it classy, but again, you can do whatever kinds of colors you want. And there's the floral pattern all the way around the sides here, and it looks fantastic. In the inside of this little teardrop space, you could add, like I did here, a monogram, like a C for someone's last name if you want, or you can leave it blank. You could even weld in another shape if you want, a heart, somebody's very simple logo, whatever. Have fun customizing these. We included a total of 3 or 4 different options for you, in that you can do the piece like this where it's solid. You could also do the floral options that we have here. Then we also included an option that has this rectangle open so that you could weld in your own things there as well. So lots of different ways to customize this. This does take a lot of material because of the size of it. So if you're using material that's like a Glowforge size, say 11 by 19 or so, this uses parts of 6 sheets of material. It doesn't use all of each sheet because of just the size of it. So you'll still have some scraps left over for some scrap buster projects, but it does use parts of about 6 sheets to make this. So let me walk you through the file real quick. Super easy, but I wanted to give you a couple tips and tricks along the way to get the most out of it. And as always, I'd love to see what you guys make with these. It's really beautiful. It'd be great for a gift or just to sit on your own desk. So I'd love to see what you guys make and help you any way I can. So let's check out the file. All right, as always, let's start with reading the text at the top because that's always important. I made a note here that says a minimum laser bed size of 10 inches by 13 inches is required for this file. Some of the pieces are that big, so if you have a laser bed smaller than that, this isn't going to work well for you. The black lines equal cut and the red lines equal score. Make sure you always score the red lines. If you cut the red lines, you're going to be sad. This is made from material that's 0.12 to 0.125 thick, and I left this instruction here also. Cut the inside pieces and then choose your lid and side panel design style. We'll walk through that in just a minute. One more important thing here. This is a 1 inch square right here. If you click on it and it's not 1 inch, that means your software has resized something, which is okay. But if you're using something like, for example, Lightburn, I recommend that you use the AI or the PDF file formats rather than the SVG because, for example, in Lightburn, there are 2 different SVG settings that you can change based on whether the file was made in Inkscape or Illustrator. And it's just easier just to use the AI or PDF and not mess with that. So make sure you look at that first. And then let me show you this. These are the inside pieces, which in this case, I'll hold this one back up again. Those pieces are the black pieces here. So there's your bottom piece right there. And then your 4 sides, the 2 long ones and the 2 shorter ones. And then you've got this piece here, which has 2 pieces in it. This is both the rim piece right here that goes around here, and then the inside there, keep that piece. That's not waste. Don't put any other pieces to cut in here on your software. This piece goes inside. I'll drag it over here, but just the inside piece lines up with the red score lines there on the lid, okay? So that is the inside piece on the lid, and I'll show you here in the camera as well. That inside piece is this black piece, okay? So don't lose that or throw it away or cut anything out of it because you need that. And then we'll go down to the lid pieces here. These are for the floral option. This one here, the score line ends up on the back. Well, I'll call it back of it here to allow you to know where to put this black piece, okay? So when you cut it, if you cut it like this, you're technically cutting it face down because the score line will be here. And then when you take it out, you'll glue the black piece in and let the score line tell you where to glue it. And then there's these 4 flower pieces here and these 2 teardrops and this piece here as well. The 4 flower pieces just glue right on top of these, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then there's this, I don't know what to call it, this piece right here is glued right here. And it aligns right there just nicely and then follows these curves so you'll know where to put it. And then you got a teardrop there. I included 2 teardrops, one that's got an open inside so that you could weld another shape like I did the C here, or you can do a solid piece, whichever you want. You don't need to do both of them. You could stack them if you wanted to, but you don't need both. That way, if you wanted to engrave something here, you could do that as well. So those are options there. And then this piece is the outside bottom, which of course is exactly what you think it is. It's this piece right here, okay? And then we've also got 2 other lid options here. Let me zoom back in a little bit. You've got the lid pieces for a plain lid, which is the first one I showed, just like this right here. So it's just a solid rectangle, and that's the lid there. And then you've also got the open one, which in this case, it's cutting out a rectangle here so that you could put your own content in there, welding it in, kind of like we did with the floral. So that gives you an option to maybe weld in a large logo or another large graphic in there. And then you've got side pieces. Like I mentioned earlier, you've got the open side pieces so you can weld your own content in there. And then you've also got the floral, which I just showed you, or you got the solid pieces like this one here that you could just leave plain, or you could engrave things all along there. So lots of options. Choose which ones you need. You can ignore the rest and make whatever you want to. And I'd love to see what you guys make because I bet you're going to be pretty creative and I'd love to see what it looks like. Let me know if you have any questions. I'd love to support you. But as always, until then, I'll see you in the next one. We've got a ton more on the way that you're going to love.